Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki and let's jump into today's projects. For our first project, we are going to use stir sticks. And as you can see, I have many lengths over here, but don't worry because I'm going to leave you in the description box down below the measurements for all of these pieces so you can make your own. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry fit them into my longer or complete stir stick. So I know where I want them and I want to leave a space on the bottom so I can attach it to the base. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start hot gluing them to the middle. And as you can see, we have 45-degree angle pieces over here that I'm gluing together to make kind of the Christmas tree branches going down, just like that. So we're going to continue gluing them until we have all of them glued like this. And then we're going to grab a star and we're going to glue the star to the handle of our stir stick, just to cover it and make this tree look beautiful. Now, we are going to embellish this a little bit later, but first we're going to paint that star using snow white, well, white, white paint, and we're going to paint it completely like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to let it dry a little bit and we're going to come back with caulk and we're going to make faux snow. And for that, well, I'm having issues with my caulk. But after I clean that tip of the little nozzle that it has, we're going to start piping it to our wood. And as you can see, the first one I made a line, a straight line going across my stir stick. Now I'm just making a couple of lines on the other stick. And then I'm going to come back and I'm having issues because I have a little bit of caulk. So I'm going to do the same in the other side. Now we have it and we're going to let it dry a little bit. And then we're going to come back with this pine kind of thingies that I have from some picks that I had from last year from Walmart. And I'm going to glue those in the middle like that in between my stir sticks. And just like that, we're going to continue adding them like so. So we are filling those gaps in between our stir sticks. Just like that. Now let me arrange this one because it was looking down. Now I'm going to take these picks that I found at Walmart this year. Those were the only ones I found. And I only have like 2 of them. So I'm going to cut pieces of those. And I'm going to add them on top of my pine thingies. Oh, pine branches. So I'm going to add those on top of my pine branches. And I'm adding a little bit more of those little snowy balls that it has, so I can make that a little bit more snowy. Then after I finish adding that, I'm going to continue, add all of them. And then I try to add a little bit something else to the top, but we're going to work on that a little bit later. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. Look, it's looking beautiful. And I'm going to add a wood slice and a wood cube. I'm going to add that wood cube to the back of the longer stir stick like this. So the hot glue has a lot more space to glue to our wood round like that. And now let's make this extra. You could stop when we added it to the base, but you know me, I need to add the extra cuteness. So I'm gonna start adding some of those picks, the pieces of the picks, to the middle in between my stir stick, my first stir stick, and my star, because it needed that extra touch. I know I'm extra. So I'm gonna continue adding leaves and those pine branches like that. And then I'm gonna add a bow because, you know, if you're going the extra mile, we're gonna go the extra mile on this. So I'm gonna make my bow like that and I'm gonna glue that. First, let me make some legs for my bow. And we're gonna glue the legs first and then I'm gonna glue my bow there. And then I'm gonna add a snowball to the middle, and that's it. We have an extra Christmas tree. And this is how our Christmas tree turned out. As you can see, we have it over here. It's looking beautiful and it's so extra. This is part of the Useful DIY Challenge, Christmas DIYs, hosted by my beautiful friend Mom from MomDas Life Handmade and my friend Antoinette from Simple Yet Chic. In the description box down below, you're gonna find the link to the playlist and also to both of their channels, so you can go and check them out and also check out the playlist for this month challenge. Now for our second DIY, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a piece of cardboard and a piece of paper, and I measured this cardboard with a frame that I will be using, and I'm just gluing the paper on the cardboard. Just like that, a little bit of hot glue on the edges, and just pressing it down so it gets smooth. Now I'm gonna cut the excess of that paper, just like this. And we're gonna remove all of that excess to come back with our frame. And this is the frame that I will be using. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it over and cut a notch on that thingy that you see there to hang it, so I can hang it on the wall. After I cut that, I will add lots of hot glue to that frame, flip it over on the right side, and glue it down. Then I'm gonna cut the excess cardboard, because always you're gonna get a little bit more cardboard than you need. Then I'm gonna cut that notch that I made to release that, and I'm gonna add my wreath that I used last year to glue it to the middle like that. You can find that one at Walmart. Now I'm gonna take this buffalo check fabric and I'm gonna cut a triangle, and I'm gonna take this other fabric and I'm gonna cut a bigger triangle. So we're making triangles. Then after I cut that one, I'm gonna cut another triangle for the other side, a smaller one like this. And then what we're gonna do is, I measured that one, but it's too small. Now, I'm gonna glue those to my paper, like this. And I will glue them right there, just like that. And glue the other ones the same way. After that, I made a cutout using one of my ornaments, the deer ornaments. But you can use any image you can find at Google, or if you have an ornament, you can trace. This one is made out of cardboard, and I'm gonna glue it right there. And just like that, this is getting so cute. Then we're gonna add a nose to our reindeer, and that will be the nose, a pom-pom. Then you can add pom-poms to the wreath if you want, but I decided to make a bow. Yeah, I'm trying really hard with the bows. So I'm gonna take this ribbon and I'm gonna make a bow, and you will see me how I made it. It's not perfect, but well, I'm trying to get better. So I'm gonna make my bow just like that, and then I'm gonna use a zip tie in the middle just to tie it really nicely. And then I'm gonna get it tied like that. And I'm gonna cut the excess because I'm trying to fluff this bow and he won't cooperate. So I have to cut the excess and just bring it to the wreath so I can fit it. And then with the excess ribbon that I had, I dovetailed it and I make a cute pair of legs for my bow. Now let me just cut the excess zip tie, fluff it, and won't work. So I'm gonna try to fluff it, but it's not working. So I'm gluing the tails to the wreath, and I'm gonna glue the bow to the wreath. And then, and you know me, I need hot glue on my bows. I'm just adding a little bit of hot glue and just gluing those loops so they stay where I want them, because they didn't want it to be fluffed. So that's what I did, and now it's looking like a bow. And now we fluff, and that's it. Look at that, so cute. Now I add that pom-pom. And this is how the beautiful wall art turned out. It was kidnapped by my son because he loved it. But this is how it's looking. And this is how both of my projects turned out. Here we have the Christmas tree, and I'm loving this tree so much. It looks so beautiful and farmhousey. And this is the cute wall art that my son kidnapped. He loved it so much, and he said that Santa's gonna be happy with that, so I had to let him have it. Remember that in the description box down below, you're gonna find the playlist for this month useful DIY challenge and also the links to both of our challenge hosts. Go and check it out, the playlist, and check our host out because I know you're gonna love them. And remember that if you like modern farmhouse, boho decor, and lots of silly jokes, that's what I do here, so subscribe. And if you like this one, hit the thumbs up. If you love it, subscribe so you can keep on watching these type of videos. Take care. Bye-bye.